We begin our broadcast tonight in the north, where Kenya has indefinitely closed its border with Ethiopia following the unrest in the neighboring country. The government has also heightened surveillance along the 800-kilometer border to check against illegal influx of immigrants. The development came as Ethiopia's cabinet declared a nationwide state of emergency for the next 6 months following the advance of Tigrayan rebels towards the capital, Addis Ababa. Our very own Raquel Muigai begins our news coverage tonight. Take a listen.
In Ethiopia's Tigray region, heightened tension as the rebel movement, the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front, makes major advances towards the country's capital, Addis Ababa. The country's Prime Minister Ahmed Abiy announcing a state of emergency in the face of what he called a threat that could push the country to its demise. Now Kenya, the neighbor to the south, is taking no chances. The government has now announced an immediate closure of the more than 800-kilometer long border to ensure the tension does not spill over. Kenya has also enhanced security checks and mounted additional roadblocks to check against influx of refugees and illegal firearms. Earlier, an emergency meeting was held between Kenyan authorities and the United Nations Human Rights Commission to plan for a likely influx of displaced persons. Experts expect an estimated 5 million refugees to attempt to cross the border should the country fall. Kenyans have also been advised to exercise vigilance and practice caution in their surroundings. A statement by the National Police Service also calls on Kenyans to immediately report suspected cases of undocumented aliens and unprocessed immigrants in the country. The war has created a humanitarian crisis, with reports from aid organizations indicating that thousands of people have been killed.
Various acts of sexual and gender-based violence, including rape, gang rape, intentional transmission of HIV virus, were committed by all parties to the conflict. Women and girls whose male family members were Tigrayan combatants were targeted by
the forces from the Amhara region and soldiers from the neighboring country of Eritrea.
Civilians in Tigray have been subjected to brutal violence and suffering.